stream elements, said. Leah's Lifestyle 95 is now live. Streaming Just Chatting, September 24th, 25, Hercules Cosplay Day 6.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Leah's Adventures. Let's see. I heard it was like creating a double sound yesterday. So we're gonna go in and I'm just gonna, I don't know if I have Twitch down there too. Okay, good. We're just gonna check in before, because I went and listened to the audio. That's much better. I think so. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. That's the way, we like it, and that's the way, we like it, Okay, so the way that these have been working the last few days, right, is I've already done all the work that I ended on last night that, I had not finished. But unfortunately for today, little TMI, started my monthly and I've been in excruciating pain. And I'm finally getting to a point where I think I can deal with it, but it's still. But we need to get this painting done, you know what I mean? And I can't wait till later to do that. So here we go. You guys are gonna join me to get me feeling like I can do this. I gotta go find my paintbrush because I'm just realizing that the paintbrush that I was using is not here. I have this one, but I don't know if I'm gonna use this one. I think I like the other one. I fear how much it's gonna soak up. I think we'll go with the one I had. I like that one. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Boom, we're back. Okay, now you can hear me. Anyways, what I was saying was I did 5 of them last night on stream, And I could do the back of those right now, and then they would be done. We'd have 5 done, which would be nice. So, maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna paint these just slightly different on the back because they're not gonna be as seen. I'm just gonna use the one color. Just spooged a whole bunch of paint on here, and that might have been too much paint. But I just kind of wanted to glide over easy. Throw all the crevices in easy. I don't want it to be half filled in because I want it to be a pretty solid color in the back. In the back, in the back. It's a party in the back. Yeah, see, that's so nice. I really hope it's not too much. It's so smooth. It's always so smooth. Fills all the stuff in. Ooh, I like that. I saw a hole get filled in right there. Fill in the little holes. I'm also realizing at some point I'm gonna have to do the edges, but I think I also want the edges to be a darker color. But maybe we should still end up painting it this color too. I wonder if I can do that right now, or if it's gonna get too awkward in the hand here. Let's see. I have almost painted this whole thing. I'm a little surprised about, I'm a little not surprised about, right? I was already thinking maybe it was a little bit too much paint. I was hoping it wasn't. But I'm like, wow, I put that much paint. I'm also hoping it's enough paint, you know? Literally like right there. We're just finishing up. And section here. Okay, and now we gotta try and paint the edges without touching too much on the front side, but I can always touch all that up again. I plan to go over this one more time. Because like I said, like my real goal here is mostly to like give it that leather texture. And so I'm gonna go over with like the texturing thing again and try and texture it more. And so I'm assuming it's gonna fuck with the paint a little bit, and I'll have to go over the paint again, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. The goal was to have this finished by the weekend. And if I can get these all painted and put on the thing, see how they look. Maybe we won't texture and repaint, but I really wanted to add in that design, and I think I'll, like, if I have the time, I'm definitely doing that. If I'm doing that, then I'm definitely texturing. But I think I'm gonna texture first and then put that design in. That way I can texture again after the design. And maybe that's just what it needs, multiple like layers of texture. But I really feel like I should be able to do it in one go. extremely painful, guys. I woke up and I was literally dumping blood all over the floor. I know you ladies know what I'll be talking about. And that shit's not fun. You know, I've been so lucky my entire life, and like, I knew I was lucky, but I didn't realize how lucky I was, because even with like the amount of pain that I go through, like, I know I only have 3 days. Like, I know some people go like a week, some people have troubles getting their periods to stop. So like, I'm happy with 3 days. Like, sometimes it goes 4, sometimes it goes 5. I've had it once or twice go for a week long, but so very rarely, you know, does it do stuff like that. So I'm just very grateful for what I have, and I try to like remind myself, you know, it could be a lot worse, and it could be a lot worse. And I think I try and do that anyway, but you know, she gets you down. Either way. Me just like trying to paint the side of this fucking bitch. Alright, let's get some fresh paint. That's gonna make it a lot easier. But yeah, but recently in my like more older age, my late like 20s, now in my early 30s, I find myself like getting more intense periods with like more intense blood, because like on top of like 3 days, I was a very, very lucky person in the sense that like I wouldn't bleed very much during that time, but now, whew, it's like a geyser down there, like Jesus, bitch. I'm not sure why it's increased. That's probably something I should tell my doctor and not the internet. It's just one of those things though, where I'm like, I don't think about it until it's happening. And guess what? It's happening right now. So guess who gets to hear about it? You guys. If my doctor was here, then they get to hear about it, but they're not here. And then you don't even get to set up appointments like that anymore, where you can just talk to them for a second. Hey, but this thing quickly changed. Add that in my chart for the next time I come in. Nope. They ask you the questions, you give the answers. You think they write that shit down? Not until you're in. Hell no. Some people might have been, if you're really lucky and you got like a go-getter, maybe, fresh face, then maybe. Everybody else is just writing down generics. They're like, I don't give a shit. I don't need to know that stuff. I'm nosy. I want to know that stuff. And they tell me everything, man. Your dog died and your cat ran away? Bitch, nah. You found your dead husband's diary and read it? No way. Tell me more. What'd he say? What'd you find? The gossip. Tell me the tea. I love that shit. I have diaries and I can't wait till people open them up when I'm dead. If they choose to. They probably won't. But they're so funny. I read them sometimes and I'm like, what is wrong with me? The way I cope is like, I live in my own little fantasy world of how things function, I swear. A little do-do-do, but only to survive. Get in there. Go away. No one wants to talk to you right now. I'm busy. Get in there. This is the hard part because I can't set it down. Because I just painted it to the side, you know? Okay. I bet spray paint would be so good for this.
Nigel Nigel QB
Oh
said,
shit, hi Nigel.
"What
What's
are
up?
you making?"
I'm doing a Hercules cosplay, so you know like his armored skirt thing that they have, the pleated armored skirt that he wears? This is gonna be one of the pleats, and I'm just painting it into color right now. I don't have to get anything else painted. And I got like 30 of these to paint, and this is the first one. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da! Well, it's the back side. That side's not as important. This side's a little more, that's just plain. This is, got more color to it. Anyways. Next. I did 5 of the fronts yesterday, and now I have to do 5 of the backs. And I'm going to try and do
Nigel QB
some more.
said,
How'd
"How
you do,
long is
Nigel?
that going to take?"
Well, this is my 6th day, my 5th day is my 6th day on doing this, and I've had to, I made a template of these, and then I had to cut them out, and then I had to trim them, and I had to texture them, and I think I'm gonna have to texture them again, and now I'm painting them, and then I have to make them, and I still have to do the chest plate. So
0pen_M1K_KN1GHT
It's gonna take a while, that's for sure.
said,
It's gonna take quite some time. Painting, I think each one will take like 10 minutes, probably, if I'm actually painting while I'm doing it. Hi Mike, how are ya? Lots of paint. Lots of delicious brown chocolatey paint. When I was a kid, I literally do not put the scented markers in front of me. I was the kid who, after you gave the scented markers, kid like 2, she was like, my nose was covered in that shit. You're just like, bro, really?
said, "Just hanging at Savi today."
Oh nice, you have Savi's right now? How do you have internet at Savi's? That sounds interesting. Is it even warm enough to be at Savi's at the moment? I guess
Nigel QB said, "Getting high on marker fumes?"
they weren't toxic. Don't think they were they toxic? I don't think they were toxic. This was in the 90s, so maybe they were toxic, but I don't think they were actually toxic. But they just smelled so good, and there was the chocolate one, and I didn't like the cherry one or the grape one, but the orange smelled good, and the chocolate one smelled good, the blueberry one smelled good. And they even had an orange one that didn't smell too bad. I was like, oh, it's not my favorite, but it's better than the blueberry, or it's better than the
0pen_M1K_KN1GHT said, "I'm gonna be getting off TikTok soon when the White House takes over, so I probably won't be seeing you on there anymore."
Wait, why is the White House taking over TikTok? How is I don't understand. Why are you saying that? I'm so confused. What's happening? You can't just say that, you know?
0pen_M1K_KN1GHT
Please share. Like,
said,
what do you mean when
"Fox
the White House takes
technically
over
will be the main
TikTok?
owner of TikTok,
That would be like,
but the
they would
DOJ
have to
will
like
monitor
own
it."
TikTok. Are they buying TikTok? Are they selling TikTok? Fox technically will be the main owner of TikTok, but the DOJ will monitor it?
"0pen_M1K_KN1GHT said, TikTok is being
I don't
sold
think
to mega
TikTok's
owners."
being sold. I don't think they would sell it. That would be a silly thing to do. Why would they sell it? And how would that work anyways? Can you sell something across countries like that? Because it's a Chinese-owned company. Can you sell it into the
"0pen_M1K_KN1GHT
American, like,
said,
system?
"It's on the news."
Is that how it works? Wouldn't they have to rename it? Because we've seen like stuff like that before happen, and they always have to rename them and like rebrand them and stuff. Because like the laws are just so different that they like the app just completely changes. So it's not going to be TikTok anymore if that's true. I'm pretty sure. Cause like we've seen that happen with like multiple apps, like Vine, Musically. Those were all the same app at one point, sold across countries, and they had to like change the app's name because the app changed so much because the people who bought it into a different country couldn't keep it the way that it was. There's international laws, but if the company like is in that country, then they have to abide by those country laws, not just the international laws.
Stream Elements said,
Right?
Hey friends. Mobile phone with
That's what I
Arrow, stay
thought
connected with
anyways.
me across all platforms. Follow me on YouTube,
I just don't
TikTok,
see why
and
they
more
would
for
sell it
updates,
either.
behind
That
the
just doesn't
scenes,
make
and
any
extra
sense.
content.
Like they've been
Let's keep the convo
maybe
going.
because they've
Link
been battling for decades,
https
so I guess, but it's gotta be making them so much money. Like that seems
www.flowcode.com/page/Leah Deering.
like absolutely ridiculous to do. Oh, hold on. Newt, why are you fighting? Stop. What are you doing?
Nigel QB said. Damn, we lighting stuff on fire?
It's a marshmallow. It's supposed to be lit on fire. Ta-da! Can you hear it?
Nigel QB said. I've never had a burnt marshmallow.
Never? How? Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone. You know, I just realized I think I put this upside down. Oops. Damn it. What do you do when you want a marshmallow but you're inside and you can't make a fire outside? How do you have marshmallow? I just think, even outside of that, how have you never accidentally burnt your marshmallow? The wind goes
Nigel
the wrong
QB
way and you're not paying attention.
said. I've only ever had raw marshmallows.
Raw? You're missing out. Okay. If you like marshmallows, let me teach you a few things real fast. First off, if you like raw marshmallows, though a good marshmallow is fine, the best kind of raw marshmallow is marshmallow fluff. Comes in a jar. It's ooey, it's gooey, it's fluffy, it's mellowy. You can put it on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Twist it up. Add Nutella instead of jelly. Jelly, peanut butter, marshmallow fluff, and peanut butter. Rock your world, okay? Second, you need to learn how to burn a marshmallow. It's very, very, very early. Very, very easy. I'll teach you. I like to use Korean chopsticks. They tend to be skinny, they tend to be metal, and they tend to be a little bit longer than your normal chopstick, which is helpful because you want distance between your fingies and that marsh. Second thing, you have to decide what you're doing with your marshmallow. Are you just eating it? You can stab it wherever you like. But if you're placing it on something, if you're gonna add it to some chocolate and graham cracker or like a cookie or something, make sure you have it stuffed this way so that flat part can be grabbed. Because if it's like this, it's gonna be extra fat. If you like it squishing out the side, that's fine. But I don't. So do like that. Next step, you need a lighter. You can use a match, but they don't
Nigel
last as
QB
long.
said. Damn, marshmallow science.
Sincere, everything is a science. Next, you don't want to hold it like this, because if you put the flame down here, it's just going to be right there. And you might get lucky and it come up over the top, but most likely it's going to go out and you'll have to do it on every side. That's a waste of fluid. It's going to make this taste bad. Turn it, like, not up and down, but kind of sideways. You're going to aim for this part here. Might get here a little bit, but so it's okay because we're going to have our fingies away. You're going to put it up nice and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shouldn't need more than that. Honestly, you should be able to just let it do this. And it should burn up all the way to the top. But if you want to get a little fancy with it, get a little baby spin on that, babes. And it will help it cook it evenly all the way around. You can see on this one, because I didn't do that it kind of cooked on one side faster than it did on this side. That's okay, I don't mind, but it does help with that. Let me use on the first one I cooked. I turned it more right away, and then kind of, because of that only at the top, that's what you want. You got this, and you have any type of cookie that has a chocolate type center, just like open that up and it's amazing. I like to freeze my chocolate. Really cold chocolate compared to really warm marshmallow, the best.
Nigel QB said,
Yeah.
Freezing chocolate and burning marshmallows.
Yeah, it's like two opposites come together to make a perfect center. You know? Worth it. Okay. On top of that, marshmallows can be used for desserts, alright? Puddings. Look up marshmallow puddings. You're gonna use the tiny marshmallows though, not big ones. And if you do want to use the big ones, you can make like a yam like casserole with like syrup and brown sugar, and you like apply like a topping of marshmallows on it. That shit's delicious. Extremely sugary, but very delicious. Mm-hmm. And these are strawberry flavored, and they're pink. You can see that. Hold on. Pink. Come on, show it. Can you see it's pink? Maybe you can see pink. See it. Can you see it? Probably not. It's okay. It is pink though. Cause look how similar colored those are. This is a white one. See? See? But see, when you get it close. fall. Guys, happy equinox. I think we're a couple days past, but still. Happy fall, happy equinox. Welcome into the season of collecting your abundance, preparing for winter. Fall is like one of my favorite holidays. One of my favorite seasons. I think summer is really hard to beat, right? Because you get to do all this fun stuff. It's always so nice out. You can go camping, right? Active. But fall is like, I don't know. There's something about fall where like it's just so quiet and peaceful and everything is like calming down, and the trees are changing colors, and the birds still make noise in the morning and everything, but it's like it's more gentle. It's not like as exciting like in the summer, you know, when they're like all like it's much more like peaceful and like calming. At least that's how I feel about it. And maybe that's just my perception, but I didn't get fall as a kid very often. We didn't live in, we pretty much always lived in I lived in South Dakota my whole life. And so like we didn't have fall. Like it went from winter to summer. If there was a spring and a fall, it lasted like 8 months. And it was nothing like the way that I see fall here in the Pacific Northwest, the way I did in Portland and Seattle, it's like it's slow. It's like really warm out and beautiful out, but then like you see the trees changing colors, and then all of a sudden like it starts getting slightly windier and cooler at night, and then all of a sudden like more leaves now you're seeing more leaves on the ground, and then all of a sudden like it's 68 degrees, 65 degrees every day, and you're like, wait a minute, oh gosh, is it happening? Fall is coming. Painting this is quite the task. Me being like, only 10 minutes. Girl. I don't need to get more paint, I think. More brown paint. More, please. May I have more? 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 I forget what that movie is. I'm literally trying to place it right now. My brain's not wanting to. What's that movie called? The one about the homeless boy, the orphan. I think it was a musical. Yeah, we have this sign. This is music though. This is the only one that's not getting me copyrighted, which is funny because they're all on Discord, but like a couple of the other people that play music on there or whatever on this one, like they copyrighted my music on YouTube for some reason. So I haven't fixed it yet. I should go in there and fix it, but I just think it's funny. I'm like, oh, why is it on here for use? This person likes me, so. I've done so many random things for music for this stuff. Like I've had people who like I personally knew who made music that I used their music for background and whatnot. and then there's people, and I've done that like several times now. But I don't know if people like listen to this music and like search it up. I always wondered if that's actually been helpful for them or not, or if it just like gets them the listening points because I'm listening to it continuously like that. I gotta fix my little parts that I accidentally rubbed off earlier. My turn. Paint, paint, paint. Paint, paint, paint. What do you do when you paint, paint, paint? You paint, paint, paint. You paint, paint, paint. You paint, 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 paint. Okay. It's Carpenter! Hype music right now, that's what we need. I think it's doing its job. It kind of sounds like the basketball game music. You know? This is actually going pretty decent. This isn't too bad. Doesn't sound like the it's just like a higher pitch, right? Is it just me? Alright then. Okay. I'm painting the side part now.
Nigel QB said. It sounded like a song everyone uses for soccer compilations.
What is the soccer compilation? Oh, like when like there's like like the big sports, like the really cool people who do like the really cool tricks and then like showing off like all the random things they can do. Are they done like in game or in practice or something? Goalie shots that were made or some shit. It's funny though that you watch soccer compilations enough that you can hear something like that. I don't know why, but it just sounded like
Nigel QB said, "No, like professional soccer highlights."
Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Maybe this guy that makes music for that stuff. For like sports. Cause they need music too. And they, like, I couldn't imagine that the NBA and, like, those high-level sports associations would want to be paying music to people, to the music industry, you know? They didn't have to. I guess football does, right? But I think they get a lot back out of that compared to other sports. I don't know why football's so big. I think soccer is way better. I guess technically the right word for that is football, and ours is American football. I don't like American football that much. But I'm not much of a sports watcher in general. Like, I will if it's like up on the screen. Mostly for entertainment and looking like a normal social human being. If I was gonna, and the funny thing is like if I was gonna watch anything too, it'd totally be like running. It wouldn't be like contact sports. And that's only because that's like my form of like chosen enjoyment of sport is to run. Personally, you know.
Nigel QB said, "You'd watch people run?"
Yeah. But I don't like watching people run when they suck at running. I like watching like athletes who have trained like run and compete. But I don't do that either. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't watch sports at all. But like if I was going to, that's what I would choose. I used to when I was in college. I competed. Okay, next. Un momento. to it. Paint, 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 paint. I really love painting, and I think the problem is it's not even like I love painting in the sense of like I like what comes out of it when you paint really well. I like the feeling of painting. I like the feeling of really smooth paint on really soft bristles. And it's so thick and creamy that you can just feel it pushing it around, moving back and forth, like that feeling of the paint. I don't know, it's so good. It itches something inside my brain. I just love it so much. If I could just sit somewhere and paint something and not
Nigel
have to
QB
think about it, just one color,
said,
just up and down.
So no watercolors for you then, I guess.
I like watercolors, but I just love that feeling of thick acrylic paint being mushed and smashed and moved around underneath like a soft brush. Just love it. It's like the opposite of like the chalk nails on chalkboard kind of thing. Like even the sound, like the mashy like sound. Love that shit. I even kind of like the smell a little bit. Maybe there's something like nostalgic about it, and that might be one reason. And I love nostalgia. I mean, who doesn't? Like, come on. When it comes down to it, we're gonna pick our favorite foods from our childhood, all that shit, all the favorite movies and shit, you know? But I don't know. Nostalgia on top of like that good itchy feel, like, oh yeah. I feel like it's what people with OCD have when they finally move like something that's been out of place, quote unquote, for them, finally like into place. Like I bet it's like that same calming feeling. That's how I imagine it. What are you up to, Nigel, anyways? What you doing, bruh? Where you from? Tell me about yourself. Listen to my interrogation and answer me. I'm joking. You don't have to tell me shit. I'm just curious what's up, what's up. What do you do for home?
Nigel QB said, I'm working.
Oh, nice. How was work? I hope it's a good day. Happy hump day. Is it? No, it's Thursday? What is today? Is today Thursday or today Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Wednesday. I forget. Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Nigel QB said,
Happy hump day.
it's Wednesday.
Yeah. I finally remembered. It just takes my brain some time when I'm doing things because it's like hyper focused on this and it's like, wait, why are you trying to get me to think about something else right now? Because sometimes, I don't know if you know this, but we can do both. It just doesn't like doing it for me. I'm a slow computador sometimes. But anyways, happy hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day. My favorite used to be those commercials with the camel just walking around being like, hump day. I don't even remember what company that was for or what ad that was for. I just remember the camel walking around the office screaming,
Nigel QB
hump day.
said, The only reason I know what day it is nowadays is because the flyers are updated on Thursdays, lol.
That's so great. So if you're hearing about the flyers getting updated for the next day, you're like, oh, must be Wednesday. Then you see them updated, you're like, oh, must be Thursday. Just need to know 2 days anyways. Out of 7, that's more than enough, you know? That's how I feel. Honestly, I never know what day it is half the time anymore. And I don't mind that. But it does make time go much faster. Like when you're not paying attention to the weekday at all, time goes by extremely fast. It's like the next month and I'm like, wait, when did that happen? I literally just went through like a 4-month mini depression situation. I'm like finally pulling out of it. Didn't even realize. Come on, you can do it. Don't think too hard, just do it. Come on. Why don't you want to get painted? What is wrong with you?
Purple_crow720.
Purple Crow,
said,
what's up, friend?
YOLOO just dropping by cause I'm working on stuff. But I hope you have a good stream.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy what you're working on and get it done just in time. I bet more in time. You know what I mean. I hope it goes well and easy and smooth and awesome for you. Talk to you later. Boom! And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one there. Another one there. Another one bites the dust. Okay. And this is the 5th one because it took us just a little bit longer to get these back ones painted today than it did doing the front yesterday, which is fine. I think it's just me personally, and I'm using a different brush, so. Trying to get some of this
Nigel QB
paint out.
said, that brush is looking a little small for the job.
Thanks. I was using a smaller brush yesterday, so I don't know. I'm trying to find a brush that is big enough but isn't like too harsh. And all the ones I have are like more of a textural. And this one was soft, so that's why I'm using it. I don't want it to like imprint any any of my movements in the foam. I saw a lot of people like sprayed their foam. People do use paintbrushes, but like I saw rolly devices and spraying more than anything. a lot of people airspray their phone. But it looked like a lot of people who did this like had houses and were doing this like in their backyards and in their garages and stuff, and I'm doing this in my apartment in my living room, so paint it is.
Nigel QB said, I know you like the way brushes and paint feel, but have you tried the sponges they use for sculpting?
Sponges for sculpting? You mean like those ones from the ocean that are like yellow and they are like round? Did I just describe a sponge? Good job, Liam. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of like, cause I've used some for when like I've done caulking, like for a house, like if you need to caulk windows and stuff, like
said,
you use like a foam.
They are yellow. I'm sure they're or synthetic ones.
But they are from the ocean, right? Those ones. Cause you can get like, there's like the sponges now, right? Like you use, but I don't think you want to use those. I think you want the real ones for a reason. I think that's why people use them. I think they leave like no texture behind when you use them. But if you use a synthetic one, I don't think they function the same. But no, I have not. I did not answer your question. I'm so sorry. I talked around your question. That's not very kind of me. Answering another question that was not asked. Okay, I'm gonna need a little here because I'm gonna do the edges now, but I need a little bit more here. Yeah. I'm so close. I'm so close. Please. Yay! Okay. This thing is covered in paint now. That's unfortunate. Sometimes that's just the way it's gotta be, I guess. Yeah, this is a bump. I'm almost there, me. Whoop, whoop. I love hyping myself up right when I'm getting to the end of like a section of completion. It makes me feel good on the inside. Why? I'm pretty sure I just put paint on this. Where is it? Hello, paint. Where are you? There you are.
Nigel QB said, always good to celebrate the small victories.
Honestly. And it helps with my ADHD because then like I'm like, yeah, I did something, and like it feels like I completed something even though we still have much of the project to go. And I think that's actually why like, so like I was doing paint by numbers and I kind of like the paint by numbers, but I feel like they take me forever because like I want it to be so perfect, just like the thing that it shows, right? And so like I continuously keep going in and fixing it. Whereas like, and so I never feel like I've like completed anything, and I kind of get worn out a little bit, and like I want to give up because I'm just like, ugh, when will I finally complete this? Whereas like this has been like, it's like multiple small steps to complete like the entire project. So like each step makes me feel like I've completed something. So I'm getting, cause like I can physically see the difference too, right? Whereas like in a paint by number, like you can't always see the physical difference of like what you've done. Sometimes you can, a lot of times, but there's definitely points where like you're not going to see it very visually. And then a lot of people don't like watching that, so they don't come in and chat with me and stuff, so then I'm bored too. Just talking to myself. Stop talking to myself. That's all I do anyways. No one wants to hear what I talk about in my head. It's mean. Mean to myself. Gotta work on that. Which is crazy, because I feel like I'm doing pretty good at the same time. You know, part of me is like, because you're mean to yourself. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Like, we could have gotten through this without you being so angry all the damn time. It's just my parents' voice. Actually, I watched something that really, like, pointed that out to me the other day. Where it was like that angry voice in your head was, like, just your first, like, critic, and that person's typically, like, your parents, or the perception you have of, like, them on you. Which is crazy. I think it's crazy to think, like, how much our parents affect our lives. And, like, how, like, not just our parents affect our lives, but their parents affect their lives, and their parents affect their lives, and so on and so forth. And that's, like, how we got here. And, like, you know, people are passing down trauma and stuff, and it's so funny when people don't believe them. And I'm just like, bro, like, we're literally miniature versions of our, like, our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, and, like, just different scenarios. Like, it's so true. It's ridiculous. Okay. I think that's another one done. Boom. That's the one. Like it. Look at these hands covered in paint. Okay. Let's keep going. That's the 5 that we did completely done from yesterday. Brown. Oh, my back. Oh. Get it. I like this mixture of colors so much. I wish I would have thought about it just a little bit sooner and put more gold on them. I guess I could do that now. I've only done 5, right? It's not like they... Me too, buddy. Can't wait to do the black wash once I'm done with all this. Like, I know I'm adding a little bit of black here in like the seams, but I want it to like kind of look like it was tried, like it was dyed it black, you know? Okay. Oof. I think I'm gonna need to make another spot for this one. Maybe go here. Let's see. Yeah, that could be fine. Found the spot. Put a few there. Look, yeah. Didn't add too much white, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit more. Just to keep the brown lighter colored. Cause I like the brown, I just want it. I like this like golden. It's like sticking through, you know. I think that's gonna hold out better behind like the black wash than a darker brown. I think the two color differences will be really nice. That gold, light brown, and that black wash over. I'm hoping the black wash will show the texture, because like I don't feel like I'm really getting that with the browns at all. Not even this lighter brown now. Maybe the lighter brown a little bit more than the darker brown, but not much. This one seems to be soaking up more. Maybe I didn't heat it up properly. I'm wondering about how many of these I didn't heat properly. I put the heat over them. It said not for very long. I can't wait till this is done. I keep saying that. I've said that this entire time. Every step of the way. Everything I do, I keep saying I can't wait till this is done. But, I mean, I am having fun doing it. I just, like, I want to see it. Does that make sense? Like, I know it's going to be completed. I know there's going to be a complete look. But I want to see it now. I want to know what it looks like now.
Nigel QB said, LOL.
I can't help it. Like, I imagine that's how Van Gogh and like other like artists are. Like, when you're making something, you can feel it. You're like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like, it's gonna be like a good, you know? You're like, oh, I'm putting good effort in. I got the work amount in. Like, things seem to be going pretty smoothly. Like, you just want to know what it's going to be like. If I can get 10, I got 5 completed, and so if I can get another 5 tops done today, then I can get another 5 completed tomorrow, and another 5 tops done tomorrow. How many days is that going to take me to get through the paints? I don't think I can let it take that long. I think I'm going to have to paint more than what I want, like time-wise, than what I was expecting. I was expecting these to kind of go, like paint-wise, to go a little bit faster, truthfully. That's alright. These holes are not filled in. Yikes. Can't let there be color showing through. Well, not color, but white. I need it all colored in. Wow, this one is really, yeah, I feel like this one, I must have not heated up as well because it seems to be soaking in the paint a little bit more than the rest of them have been. Wonder if I can fix that or if I'm just doomed to essentially fill it in with paint with as much as it can take. That's okay. We'll put this one to the side. And another. How many do we have? 30. And we're 7 in, so that's what's up. Yeah. Dude, this paint is being so funny. Ah, there we go. Probably will use all that. Yeah. There we go. And then just a little bit of black. It's a good thing you guys can't see this because it looks messy right now. I'm hiding my paint. What is that called? Like little tray that you have? I'm just using a plate. Honestly, I saw someone like, they're like, oh, what do I use for like painting when they're like painting on their stuff? And they use like they just like went to Goodwill and found like a glass tray and they just use like a glass tray to paint off of. And like I just like being able to see through it and like seeing all like the layers of color and stuff, and I'm like, oh, but, like it's not for any like painting purposes. I think it's just pretty, and I feel like that's like what you should have. And so like I'm like, yeah, because I honestly like there was just like this like plastic white tray, like the traditional like holdy ones, but it was kind of too small for my hands, so I couldn't hold it like that. I had to have it down. That's what I used, but I didn't like it, and like the holes never really functioned well. I didn't like the way that like I don't know. I did not enjoy using it at all. And she was like, you should enjoy like the tools that you use. Like the tools should be like fun to you just as much as like like the painting activity is. I was like, that's so smart, because then it makes it more like enjoyable to do, right? And so I'm just using an old plate that was my grandmother's because it means something to me, so it makes me think about her. I know she was artistic, most of my grandmothers are, so it just kind of makes me feel really close to them. And it's like this pink color, and I really love this pink color. Especially the last few years, I've been really falling into it. I was getting into it a few years ago, but I you know, it was like just like a thing. I was like, oh, I'll add it too. But now I'm like, no, I want it to be my whole look. I want it to be my whole style. I just want to be this pink all the fucking time. Just let me be this beautiful pink thing in the world, please. Like, that's all I want. Little pink fairy. That's what I desire. That's what I wish to be in this world. They said you can be whatever you want, and I have chosen, I wish to be the tiny pink fairy. That is what I'd like to be now. Thank you very much. And I want to put glitter everywhere. I want to be the reason why you find glitter everywhere. Like, if you open up a glitter jar and the next day, like, all the glitter's still in there, but like now all of a sudden like there's glitter everywhere, it was me. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I want. That's who I am. That like there is no choice. That is who I am. Like, you guys can either perceive me like that or not. It's your choice. But that is who I am. Whenever you find glitter, if you're not thinking of me, then you know you're not gonna get good luck. You're not gonna get good fairy luck. Glitter is good luck. You should be happy with your glitter. Glitter is one of my favorite things too, honestly. I've been trying to think of how I'm gonna add pink and glitter into my Megara costume. Cause I'm already changing Hercules up, so I'm like, you know, she's like a purple. So I'm thinking pink instead of purple. And Copper's doing his jobbers. I hope he is. But trust in the universe, and it will put its trust in you. Okay. And another one bites the dust. Boom, and another one bites the dust. Boom, and another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. Boom, boom. Okay. Got more of this gold, white, chocolatey brown, beautiful color mixture. It's so creamy. I love that. Paddle, 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 paddle. Someday you'll see me far away, wondering how you got to this day, wondering what I'm supposed to say. How do you know what's right, what's wrong? How do you know if what you say is a song, is a wrong? Do sometime thinking of special. Wondering when they'll see me cry. Hoping I can touch the sky. Dreaming of the once ever lifetime. Fairy dreams are not for the weak to see. Fairy dreams keep you up late at night. Fairy dreams teach you empathy when you're scared. Teaches you how to beware. Fairy dreams make your wish true tonight. Fairy dreams never know when they'll come back sometime. Fairy dreams, they last once in a lifetime. Fairy dreams, fairy dreams, fairy dreams. Somewhere high above the treetops, I wonder what would you say to me if I could dream a dream you see, and if I could climb the mountain, I wonder what you would see. Is it all but a dream? A fairy dream you seem to believe in something that you can't see. So why not dream fairy dreams? Why not dream fairy dreams? Could you imagine controlling your dreams to the point where you could choose what it is you see? Could you imagine being in a world where everything you see could change if you'd only believe it'd be there? And do you wonder, ponder, slumber? And do you wonder, ponder your dreams? And if you're curious, as curious as can be, I ponder and wonder for thee. Dreams could be anywhere and anything. Oh, the come from anywhere and anything. Peace and tranquility could be earned if you know me. Dreaming those fairy tale dreams. Dreaming something you can't see. Dreaming of what I could be. Out to sea. Dreaming those this is 5. This is number 10. Goodness. We still got quite a stack. Look at this stack. Quite a stack. I don't know where to put all these. I'm like trying to find space. I got space for 4, which is great, right? That's better than nothing. But I originally only had space for 5, so. I don't know how fast they're going to dry. I guess I could check, but I don't want to lay them on top of each other and then them dry and like stick to each other and then rip apart and then you have to fix them because it's just gonna add time. So I feel like I should just wait and be patient. But a part of me doesn't want to wait and be patient. No, they're still wet. They're still wet. Okay. We are going to put more little guys. I need at least. It would be nice if I could do another 5. Another 5.
Nigel QB said, need a drying rack.
I know, right? I do need a drying rack. But it's just like, I don't do this, it's for fun. It's just one random time. So it's like, I was like not thinking about where am I going to dry all these things I must paint. Now I have to think about it. I guess I can use this box here because it seems like these boxes are full of these up, but I don't feel like it's as long. So we'll test that. We'll put this one there. We'll just see how it sits. Yeah, I mean we can do another. Yeah, we can do another 3 here, and then this one's gonna put 10, and then we'll have 2 more, and then we'll have to find more space again. That's okay. You can find more space again, but it's good to know what our plan is. Get 3 of these pumped out. Pump it out, and pump it out. Pump it out, and pump it out. Pump it out, and pump it out. I needed that a little bit. My arms are getting. I gotta like remember to roll my shoulders when I'm doing this, because I've been here. This is my 6th day sitting here for multiple hours, right? And so I'm sitting in this little chair. I got this little like mini desk set up. My knees are to the point, and I'm like crunched over. So I need to remember to sit up and to roll my shoulders back and like bend left and right, and not allow myself to get stiff and hunchback myself. Not trying to get hunchback in my 80s and my 90s if I manage to survive that long. No hopes, you know. Who knows what's gonna happen anyway, so. You can get cancer and die. Oh shit. Time goes by fast when you're having fun. Duolingo. Bro, you gotta chill. Ready for another challenge? Bro, my good sir, I've literally already done plenty today. Like, I think if I went into it, I've done over 100 points. I've also started a chess one.
Nigel
They're
QB
teaching chess on there too now,
says,
so.
you should definitely get up and walk around. Get the blood moving in your legs every hour or 2.
See. Yeah, I did 174 points today. So I don't know why it's yelling at me like, oh, get more done. Like, what do you want from me, buddy? What do you need from me so badly that you need me to do so much? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, exactly. I did 200 the last 2 days too. So why is it all salty with me? I don't know. It's being weird. Duolingo. Chill, bro. Yeah, I know I need to stand up and walk around. I know. And you know, I guess I think I have a couple times I've gotten up. Yeah, because I had to get up to like move those around. And I got up to get the marshmallows. Yeah. So I did get up and walked around a little bit already today. Just a little bit. Actually, what does my watch say? How many steps have I done today? Let's see. Like probably nothing, honestly. I've done 620 steps today. Yeah, I'll definitely need to go on like some kind of walk or something. Get my legs stretched out for sure. This paint is stuck on my thumb. Alright, sincerely, girl. I'm losing a little bit of motivation because my brain's like, nah. But that's what happens every time I get close to like an end goal, like, cause like I've done 3, so this will be the 5th one. My brain's like, well, you're almost done, so you don't really need to hurry to finish. Like, why does my brain do that to me? It's like, no, we don't need any more motivation now that we're like just almost there. Like, thanks, brain. No, you're really helping. I promise. Whew. Yeah. That's better. Okay, back to painting. Paint. I got this paintbrush from a friend's, like when his mom passed, and look at the way she carved into it. It was so she can like hold on to it better like this. Like, I love it. I love it. This is a great brush. This was a good brush. Good job, ma'am. It's kind of if I do end up texturizing this stuff, I am, and I don't have to paint over it again. I think I'm gonna paint them first in the future and then texturize them, because getting the paint into the holes of where I've like pressed in, not cool. It's not cool, bro. I don't like the way it's happening. I really want this costume to come out real good. I'm really hopeful to have it done while you paint it. It would have been nice if it were done by tomorrow. I wish I had done more of this. But can't help it when you eat pain. Can only do so much. And at least I have 5 completely done, you know? That's not too bad. I need more of this. This brush feels super goopy right now, like it's like stuffed with paint. It's crazy how much you can like feel like the paint in the paintbrush. Ooh, that sounds like a nice car. That's one thing I love, that like living right here, like I never thought I would ever be like, oh, I love living next to a busy road, but I get to see the coolest cars, and like sometimes the coolest vehicles just come by all the fucking time. Though if I had to live next to a busy road, it would be nice to live downtown Seattle, but it's so expensive. Try and get some of this extra paint out so it doesn't just build up in the brush. Might wear these to like braids and stuff too if I get them done. Oh my gosh, if I can manage to get these done like mid-October and we can go to a couple rave things in them. Oh fuck, that would be so great. If they could withstand that, that'd be perfect. I need to get the magnets for this. That's the next thing I need to do. Another one. Okay. This might be the last one we do. Depends on if I can find more space. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. Room for 8 more somewhere. Oof. That's a tough one. Maybe we can make it work. Maybe. Let's do at least this one though. At least get this one done. This color's starting to look like poop. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It looks fine when I look over it though. So maybe it's just like my eyes looking at this. Maybe I need to turn on that other circle light so I can see. It is starting to get darker. It's starting to become evening. It's 6. It's happening sooner, see? Oh, I can't wait to go get pumpkins. See, that's why I want to finish this like mid-October, because I would also like to do a pumpkin carving, and I don't feel like in my living room it makes sense to do a pumpkin carving and have all this costume stuff in this room, right? Like, no, that sounds like a mess. Like, I'm asking for a disaster to happen. That is not okay. There's like a broom witch's like making a witch's broom making like thing happening. It's like $60 to do it and whatnot, and it's like an hour away, but it looked fun. There's a lot of like Halloween activity things happening this October. I need to like look up and to do more, but I'm hoping to do some. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream while I'm there, but like if you guys watch my TikToks, you'll definitely at least see them there.
Nigel QB said, broom making.
Yeah, right? Like, who wouldn't want to make a broom? And she was like scavenging for like the main stick parts like in the forest, and was like getting ones with like moss and stuff on them, and I'm like, that's so fucking cool. But then I think about it, and she's like charging $60 for this, and then she's like foraging for the sticks in the forest. So I'm just like, alright. I'm sure she's gonna, you know, apply more than just that, but it's just like the funny part of it, you know. I'm thinking that's hilarious that I saw the ticket price and that like her TikTok was talking about like foraging for them. Like, free sticks, but $60 entrance fee, I see. And it's like at a brunch thing, so like I think it's kind of expected for you to buy alcohol and to like get wasted a little bit and like eat brunch with everyone. So it's like $60 to pay for your dinner. Or maybe maybe that's what pays for it. Maybe that's like, I didn't look into the whole ticket thing, I just saw the ticket price, honestly. And that she was talking about it on the thing, so I assumed that she would share. She said there was brunch, but I guess I just assumed you would buy it separately, but maybe it's a part of the ticket price. Should look into that. I don't know, but I just want to do a bunch of Halloween, like, stuff this year, see what's going on, celebrate, because this is my favorite time of the year, and I feel like I'm watching a lot of people, like, disappear from enjoying and celebrating this time, and I'm not really sure why. Like, this is a beautiful time to, like, be celebrating. Like, it's not just a Thanksgiving time. There's so many other things. Which is why I really want to make sure that I'm getting my altar set up for Dias de Muerta. So, because I really want to do that. And I put the work into like the paint by numbers, so I'm definitely doing that. Why do these holes not want to fill in? I put so much paint. So much paint. Okay. There we go. Bitch, you better get your ass filled in. What the fuck? I swear I just saw these. Seriously, where am I gonna put 8? Maybe I could put 8 across this table? Like this way? But then I'd have to paint them on there and leave them there. That'd be weird. Do it like that. I think 8 across like that. Yeah, we could do that. Aha. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, we might be short just a little bit. Maybe I should have like a couple off and then put the rest up here, you know? I think that box is gonna be too small. Everything else is being used. I think I might just have to get another paper bag and rip it.
Nigel QB said, have none of the previous ones dried yet?
It feels tacky. It's not, I can't tell if it's sticking to my fingers because my fingers are covered in paint, but it still feels a little tacky. It also looks like I might need to touch some of them up a little bit. But those ones are definitely not dry yet. I can see the wet paint. Especially the last 3 I've done. Those 4 are not too bad though. Okay. At least we can do 1. That is for sure. But I feel like I need to get a Walmart baggie and rip it open and just like make another spot for another 5. Because I think that's what's gonna be best. So I can put 5 there and then 3 up here. And I know for sure 3 will fit. And I think 3 can fit while I'm still painting. Like I can do all 5 and I can paint 3 up here while those 3 stay up here, you know? Without it being too much. Okay. Just check, make sure no one's messaging me. Yeah. Okay. BRB. Oh. Ooh. It's a little bit okay, this isn't too bad. So this color here is looking very there's like something wrong with it. There's like an extra clumpy here for some reason. I don't know if it's dried. I think it might be dry. Maybe we need to paint and move. It's a bunch of it. Big chunk. Use it over there. This little corner. Yours. Is that chunky too? That's chunky too. Ouch. Big chunk. Okay. Let's do some more of this then. Yep. And some more of this. And some more of this. And just a wee bit more of this. Okay. And we'll start with what we have on the brush, but and this one, here's the thing. This one seems to still have texture on it. I can see the texture imprints for sure on this one compared to all the other ones. So I'm not sure what I did with this one compared to the other ones, but we'll see how the paint sticks, like comparatively, like texturally on it. There's some goopies trying to linger. Thought I got them all out, but I guess some of them must have stuck to the paintbrush. It will give it texture, but I'm not sure it's going to give it the texture I want. So I'm trying to get it off, to be honest. Alright. Maybe that's why people like painting with the airbrush, is because I think maybe what happened is I put too much paint on and it like filled up the holes too well. Didn't think about that till now. That would like erase the texture, filling it in with the paint, you know. I just keep thinking about watching horror movies and scary movies, and I need to legitimately sit down and make a list of all the movies I want to watch this October.
Nigel QB said, "Yeah, an airbrush would let you apply a thinner coat."
Yeah, and I think painting, if I want that same effect, I'm gonna need to add a lot more water and be willing to do it in many more like layers, essentially. But I kind of am just now figuring that out, and I'm not sure if it makes it look so much more different from the rest of them, if I want to do the rest of them like that, you know? Because like, then you'd be able to tell, and I wouldn't be able to restart with the other ones, and I don't feel like doing that. So I'll use this way, and I'll just fix it any way I can in the after way. And we'll work with what we got. You know? Though airbrushes, I wonder how much an airbrush would be. I wonder if it's even worth getting an airbrush, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do this, like, all the time, I totally understand getting an airbrush. But if you're only doing this, like, you know, I'm gonna do this for, like, a costume or something, like, it's not, I don't know if it's worth getting a whole airbrush. Maybe you could rent one? That would be not, maybe it wouldn't be too expensive. Be worth it. Yeah, because I can see as I apply a more thinner coat how the texture like pulls through a little bit better. So it might just be my misuse of paint with the way that I texturized that's causing this effect that I'm not enjoying. Hey, learning! Yeah!
Nigel QB said, definitely depends on how often you plan on doing this.
Yeah, right. Cause like if you did it as like a job, like it would make sense that you'd want it to look really nice, and like you want to like spend the least amount of time doing it to make it look really nice. So an airbrush makes sense. But you'd also need like a house because you want to do that shit outside. You need a mask still, even if you did it outside. I don't have that space. Or those kind of funds. Okay. Here we go. Another one done.
Nigel QB said,
2 more.
I bought a weed growing tent to do airbrushing in my apartment.
You do airbrushing in your apartment? For what? What do you airbrush? You know, I thought if I ever got into painting and stuff, like I would do like model painting. Like I would paint little models. But no, I'm making cosplays.
Nigel QB said, it's mostly dye, I don't use paint that often.
Oh, what are you dyeing? What do you dye? Like clothes and stuff? Hoodies? Are you like a jeans person? Not many jeans people out there anymore, but I can imagine that.
Nigel QB said, leather.
Leather, yeah, that makes sense. That's so cool. And I'm making fake leather out of a foam right now. That's so funny. It doesn't look anything like leather at the moment, does it? It's just brown. That's it. That's okay. It's learning. I'm learning right now how to do stuff. I've watched a bunch of videos. I'm trying things out for myself. I knew it wasn't gonna be, you know, perfect, and it would be kind of funky. But I know I also have like a decent artistic natural ability, so I know it's gonna come out and look good either way. Even if it's not the way I specifically like envisioned it, it's gonna come out. And I've seen people do like it in like this costume in many different ways, and I feel like they all looked good. So I think as long as I can keep it somewhat like everything's, what is that, cohesive, then I think we'll be good. Every time I like wiped on these ones are really well done, I feel like. Some of them I don't feel like I texturized as good as the other ones. I'll have to work on that. I'm hoping though, like seeing this, that when I do the black wash on it, that's when it will show the texture. Since it's showing this, you know. I just realized that you said you bought a weed tent. Wouldn't it be like a plant growing tent? Like a, what are those, a greenhouse? Like indoor greenhouse? Why'd you say a weed tent? You're so funny. Is it because I'm smoking? Is that why? Okay, get another one done.
Nigel QB said, "It is, but I can only imagine people around here buying it to grow weed." Nigel QB said,
Fair, that's fair.
"I feel like that's how it was marketed also, LOL."
I can imagine that. I can see that. Like, that's probably the best way to sell something too, is by marketing it as like it being a weed product or like something like that. Because I bet most people like just put their growing stuff outside. No one actually needs like an indoor growing thing, because the temperature is actually pretty good most of the year for growing stuff. Build up all this paint though. How many we got left? Okay, that's a whole 5 set that goes there. And there's 2 there. 3, 4. We gotta put 3 more on that. We have 6 left. Okay. I can do this. 6 left. 6 left. We can do this. Don't lose your motivation. You got it, girl. You got it. I'm just running into like, this is the 5th one of like the next group, and so it's like that time to get my crease time. We can do it. Another one of these. Oh yeah. Talking about weed. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Oof. We're so close and we're so far away at the same time. And you know what though? Like today, if today I had done all the fronts and all I was doing was the backs right now, I would be completely done at this moment, I feel like. But here I am. Because I have to do both now today instead of just one. I couldn't finish the front sides yesterday. I could only do 5. But it makes sense. I was getting, my period was starting and I was probably starting to feel pain without realizing it. I might need to take more painkiller here shortly, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Did the music stop? It looks like it's going, but I just don't hear it. Normally I can hear it off the speaker. Interesting. I mean, hearing a lot more cars go by. That's because people are going home. It's home time. Everyone's getting off work. Boom, boom, bitches. It's gold. It's white. Almost there. Almost there, bro. Almost there. Got 6 left. Got 6 left. Look how fast I push through these. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't feel like the music is playing. Let me just go check real quick. Yeah, I feel like this. How it was. Oh, that's how it was. Oh, the thing. Sorry. I don't know. No, the music is there. It's just really quiet. Interesting. It's a female voice. Oh, because I pushed this away, so it's like the person is slightly more quiet. Makes sense. Sorry. Okay. Getting these crevices. Just got 6 left. That's all I got. And this is the 6th one, and after this one, only 5 left. So it's so close. So close. I can do it. I feel like that's all I tell myself when I'm doing these. I just keep repeating it over and over again. Maybe that's how I got through cross country so well. I'm just really good at repeating the same things over and over again in my head. I just want this to look like leather. I hope you're here when I'm done and you can see it, and then that way you can tell me if you actually think it looks like leather or if it looks, even if it looks like fake leather, I would take that, you know? I would accept that over it not looking like leather at all.
Nigel QB said, I mean, it is fake leather, that means it looks like fake leather at the very least.
I mean, it is fake leather. No, it's not fake leather. It's foam. It's EVA foam that I beat down a little bit with tin foil, and then I pressed the sides and put punctures hold to make it look like someone sewed it. And now I'm painting them brown with a dark, like with a mixture of colors to try and look like it's like, you know, cured leather. And then I'm gonna whitewash it. I'm gonna whitewash it with the black. Try and see if the texture will come through, but I might texturize it more and just beat it more with some tin foil. Try.
Nigel QB said, still fake leather.
Still fake leather. Well, isn't pleather like plastic leather? It's like cloth. This is like a prop, you know? Bro, chill. Bros, chill. My goodness, boys. Keep it in your pants. There's like literally like a cop station right there. Why would you do that right there? There's a fire station just shortly past that, so I'm just playing the dumb card right now. And he paddles off, but I get it. You got a motorcycle. I got a motorcycle too. Sorry about my motorcycle. I gotta check up on my. I don't think I put my car on like the marketplace, and I haven't got any hits, so I need to put it on a couple other places. I'm willing to wait. I just hope it tells me when someone messages me about it. Does something. Why is this not? These holes just don't want to fill. Can you fill, please? Get in there, paint. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Another one done. Plop. 5 left. I can do this. Only 5 left. It's like nothing. We did 5 the other day in less than an hour. Remember? Remember? Okay. So, let's do it again. 5 done. Less than an hour. Let's see, 2:33. We can do that. We can do that. Come on, we did it yesterday. I'm hungry though. Being hungry. Hungry Leah gets anky. I get cranky. I get grumpy. I get crabby. I get salty. I get sassy. There's something I don't get. That's a surprise. But I think everyone knows this about women. I don't think that's like just a me thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I inherited that as just like a female in general. You know what I mean? Like
Nigel QB said, "That's a lot."
that is a lot. No, it really is a lot. But you know what? Like, that, I think that's like the experience of a woman is just having a lot of emotions happen all at once. And like the goal of any female is just to be able to like allow those emotions to happen and not react inappropriately. And I think the biggest fail of most middle-aged white women right now is the fact that they cannot do that. On all sides. I'm not even going to be like Democrats, Republicans. I'm not even going to be like left, right, or conservative, or liberals, or whatever. Like, just all around in general, white women. Terrible at controlling their emotions. I could say stuff about some other like women and races, but I'm not going to because I'm pretty sure that would make me racist. And a lot of that's like just stuff I've seen on movies, which I think is like even more racist. So. Stereotypes, you know. Some stereotypes are real. Some stereotypes are real because of some super racist shit. Damn. Like, I have this old friend. He's like in his 70s, 80s now. I used to work for him, and we just got to know each other pretty decently. And some of the things he says, like, you know, I adjust like his behavior. And, like, we talk about things and like why things are like the way they are and stuff. And we have some pretty in-depth conversations. And sometimes he gets emotional, sometimes I get emotional, but we always work through it. It's pretty great. But like that was actually something that there's like a term that he didn't know was racist, and he kept saying, I was like, I really need you, like I'm literally gonna hang up this phone if I hear that word like one more time because my ears cannot take it. Like, I already hear it enough, like I just can't handle hearing it from you two right now. And we've had multiple conversations about it since. So, it's like one of my biggest things, I guess.
JBanese underscore
is like learning about like
day
words.
6 let's go.
And what happened?
JBanese underscore
JB sit.
said,
yeah, day
sniped
6.
again.
Hey, nice collections. Nice work. Got first and second again. Damn. Just steal them for yourself. Sniffed again. We should have a countdown on like who has it, and it should be like become like this race to see how long you can hold on to it. I'd have to get on every single day at the same time so you can keep it though.
JBanese underscore
That's a
said,
big ask.
I am a take all of it and not share, just like my local politicians.
Just like my like monkey see, monkey do. I know. I think that's like funny is like politicians. I feel like have to understand how celebrities work and stuff like that, and they like know that people follow what those people do even subconsciously, right? And like you can think you can be in the public eye and people won't notice you doing stuff and won't try to copy you. Like, come on. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. You don't gotta keep it to yourself. People find out you have a bigger piece of the pie, they're gonna want junk. That's how it works. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta fix this. Those look like paintbrush strokes, and I don't want that.
JBanese underscore said, did you see the guy who was on like a political board literally walk out when they told him they'd pay him $15 an hour, face with tears of joy? JBanese underscore
Wait, who walked out?
said, they could share and we could all be well off, but no, they don't want to share.
Well, you know, the thing is like, it's not even about their pay. Like, what's happening now is like, there's insider trading going on, so they're being able to like put money into like the market and like good, like really well timing, and then like get really great profits off of it. And then on top of that, like they're able to take bribes and stuff. It's technically illegal, but like they can take money for like
insider trading is so BS that itself should be grounds for removal.
They get from campaigning, millions of dollars, and like some of the stuff they do, like where's that money going? Please. Okay, and another one. What'd you say, J-Beans?
JBanese underscore said, local politicians making $200,000 a year on paper but worth over $30 million, like come on bro, insider trading is insane.
Yeah, it is.
JBanese underscore said, and another one.
Yeah.
Stream Element
No, it is really crazy.
Said, Party Popper, join our awesome community on Discord for more fun, updates, and exclusive content. Click the link and let's keep the good vibes going even after the stream. Sparkles link https://discord.gg.
Like, I'm not saying they should have to live in a poorhouse. I'm not saying they should be like living on the streets and shit, but like you should not be like worth millions of dollars while you're making laws for the everyday person. Like, I think, like, if you become a politician, you should have to give up, like, your money. Like, you shouldn't. Like, things that, like, what happened with, like, Elon should not happen. Like, rich people should not be able to pay their way to, like, change laws in, like, the way they do. Like, that's just not okay. There's a reason we have it set up the way. And even if people have really good ideas, like, you have to convince everybody else that it's a really good idea. And that's shitty sometimes. Because you can have a really good idea and it could work really well. But the thing is, if you don't have everyone's agreement on it, even if it's a really good idea, it's not going to function because people aren't going to agree with it. They're going to fight it. They're going to be upset about it. You're going to have to, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like better to like do things that are just not as, great, but like still moving in that direction, even if you already have the better idea. Because just leave the better idea open out there. People will eventually find it. It will be used, and that sucks sometimes, right? But all the best, like, most smartest and like famous people, like all of their stuff became that way after their passing. Sometimes our greatest things are just too early for everyone else, And there's a reason for that, because people have to accept it too. It's not just the idea. People have to be willing to accept the idea and move with it, work with it.
JBanese underscore said, preach. JBanese underscore said, spitting pure facts.
And like society's complicated. I feel like that's the one thing, like even with like, you know, I think if I met our founding fathers today, I would disagree with a lot of like their mindset, but I'd also agree with a lot of it. And that's got to be part of just like from where I am now and where they were and what they went through. But I think they had like a good set of mind to foresee like the future and know that there was change was to becoming a better like country, and they expected us to change things. They planned for us to. They made ways for us to. They didn't make them like super easy because they don't want us just changing the laws because we want to. They want to know like, okay, do we all agree we're changing our morals, we're changing our values, we're adjusting the way we perceive things? Yes, we all agree. Okay, all right, since we all agree, let's adjust, you know. But that's the thing, is we all need to agree that like morally,
JBanese
like that's how we want to move.
Said, that's how I look at politics. I don't ever pick a side, but I pull from both. I agree and disagree, but never align myself with just one side. I'd rather be my own self.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like I really hate that like in the end what politics are is like, because they don't really say this, which is why I think people can detach themselves from it, is it's like what you believe should happen to other people and yourself. Like if you happen to become really crazy and you're insane and you harm people, how would you want to be treated? What do you want the government to do? What do you want the laws to be? If you saw that happening to somebody else, what would you want set up so that you could help that person? Or so that you can call the cops, somebody else can help that person? Like, how do you want it to run? I don't think people really think about it that way, you know? They just see, like, the things that are happening, and they're like, oh, I just don't like it. I'm like, that's great. But, like, if you could, then how would it work? Because, like, people don't think about that, because when you don't want something, it has to be replaced. And I think, like, there's communities that do think about that, but I just don't think that, like, the people complaining loudly about it on the internet most of the time are the ones thinking about that stuff. And I mean both sides. I'm not even talking about one side or the other. I'm just talking about people who complain. Because like, I used to be that bitch. I used to complain on the internet all the time. I was ignorant as fuck. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. That is for sure. But sometimes I still don't know what I'm talking about. You know? But at least I'm willing to say that now. Like, half the time, like, I'm like, oh, well, I saw this thing, and so this is all I know about it. It's like this one thing, you know? This is where I'm getting my information from. And this is based on that information. This is my, you know?
Said, the PPL complaining online and yelling are the worst representation of Americans.
No joke. And both sides. Not even like left or right, like one side or the other. Like both sides. I'm like, you guys are like, you literally make us look like such shit sometimes. And I'm all up for like arguments and debates and whatnot, but sometimes watching like the debates and stuff between people here in the US is so annoying because they're just like, nuh-uh, you're stupider. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, well, can you think of one law?
JBanese
like,
underscore.
No, and they're like, can you think of one law? And they're like, no.
The two-party system is the most un-American thing ever. We
No
went
joke,
from saying
really
F the British, let's band together and work together, to pointing fingers and lying about others.
Yeah, it sounds like really British king rule kind of shit, doesn't it? Like the exact thing we had the Boston Tea Party over, kind of bullshit. Taxes and all. How funny is that?
JBanese underscore said, We went from fighting taxes to taxing each other the most. Make it make sense, lol.
Yeah. And then some people are even excited about it. They're like, yeah. I remember when Trump was in office the first time and he said something about lowering taxes and everyone got really excited about it, and I was like, I haven't even read the thing, but I'm almost positive there's no way that he's lowering taxes for everybody, because like he's in the higher amount. Why would he do that? That doesn't even just make logical sense. I don't know, maybe people just thought he was gonna be really nice. Or maybe because people perceived him as like a blue collar worker when he's not, you know. I have a
JBanese underscore said, Bro lowered taxes for his rich buddies and his meat riders still praise him like he's actually helping them. JBanese underscore said, that man ain't ever put on a blue shirt and steel toes in his life.
Oh, he would for a picture though. No, seriously though,
JBanese underscore said, Omalu.
he really did run his businesses and stuff, right? He is in control of his parents' money and whatnot when they gave that to him after their passing, or even before that when they actually just gave him money, right? But he's had businesses and stuff. He's been running like things for like fucking forever. Like, I don't think he knows what it means to like not to like be told what to do by somebody else, like at all. Like I think that's one reason he's had to elect it, because he's like, well, I'm always used to being the boss. I could be the boss of a country, like, but it's just not the same. You can tell he gets a lot of help too, honestly, especially more recently. Because like I used to try and watch like his whatever he say.
Businessman even with his failed ventures, but this is not what America needs as a leader.
No, yeah, seriously, we need somebody who understands the laws and can communicate well with people, especially the American people. And he's definitely like one of the least. And like I think the last person we had that like really struggled communicating with like the American people was like Reagan and the Bushes. And those are some of the most hated presidents, I think. But even they didn't like need somebody as much as Trump does, and I think it's mostly just because Trump has ADHD or some shit, because he cannot finish a fucking sentence to save his life. Like I think if there was a gun up to his head and the person was like, all you have to do is finish one whole sentence, like capital at the beginning, period at the end, thought process, one whole sentence, like it could be anything, just one whole sentence. One whole, like, make sense sentence. Like, one whole, thought out, make sense sentence. I don't think he could do it. I really don't think he could.
Said. And all these old PPL in Congress and the Supreme Court justices need to be pushed out. It's time for PPL below the age of 50 to be allowed in. Stream Elements said. https
and not just like people under the age of 50, but I also like I think there should be a percentage. Like I think in everything we do politically, there should be a percentage of every race that we have living, every religion that we have, like showing like represented in there somewhere, and every gender equally represented, and every race. Like we can, so we should. And I know that like in the beginning that's going to be a hard thing, because like we're not going to have all the people educated to fill that space.
JBanese underscore
we can make it happen.
said, I want a president that grew up in a lower middle class background that actually understands what the average American actually goes through. JBanese _
Oh
said,
yeah, I was lower middle
should
class
be that
as well.
It should be fairness all around the board.
My parents have never owned a. Actually, my parents owned their first house a couple years ago. But I never had a family home. Wasn't raised in like a one place. Like parents never owned a home while I like started working at the age of 14. Started paying bills at the age of 16. So no, I get it. I know. Trust me. Lived off of food stamps and the free meals that you got from school for a really long time. Government cheese. Not Old Navy, but what was that one? It was a military service where you could go and get like really, really cheap clothes and stuff. Not Old Navy, what is it called? Salvation Army.
JBanese _ said, I was blessed to be taken in by my grandparents, so I had a stable home, but they weren't rich or anything, they were working like crazy. JBanese _ said, Salvation Army.
Yeah, Salvation Army. Yeah, I almost wish my grandparents would have taken me, and I think I would have had a better life if that had happened. But they were busy with they had other children's to be taken care of that needed them, so.
JBanese _ said, if I would have stayed with my mom, I would definitely have a much worse life. She's ruined my siblings and it's not their fault, she corrupted them.
Yeah, I don't know if my siblings are corrupted, but I would say that they all definitely have mental issues they're dealing with now, and like definitely strongly negatively impacts their life, just like me, truthfully. And though I don't like that, and I'm doing my best to not have that happen, it's still like something that's like part of our reality, where like the way she treated us, or lack thereof, right? The neglect, that's really negatively impacted all of us.
JBanese _ said, she only showed them ghetto nonsense and enables the crazy behavior, but I still go around all the time and love them the same.
Oh yeah.
Stream Elements.
My parents would
said,
like encourage me wearing
https://discord.gg/discord.gftbnr358p.
And they would say things like, oh, well, Leah can wear that because of her body type.
Said, I just can't hang around King cause they be having shootouts at their apartment complex and it freaks me out.
They have what, shoutouts? Oh, like when they're like yelling at each other, like battles, like when they're fighting, arguing.
I meant to say hang around them, lol.
Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. It just takes me a while because like I can hear it, but then if I don't understand it, I have to read it, and it just takes me a minute to read everything. Oh my gosh, guys. Guess what? After this one, there's one more left. Wow. And then I just have all the backs to do.
Said, no, like they're literally shooting at each other trying to unalive each other.
Oh my god, like with fucking guns and crap? Jesus, my friend, you should fucking call 911.
One more, let's go.
Yeah, turn their asses in. That shit is illegal, by the way. You're not allowed to just shoot guns at each other. That's some unhinged fucking behavior right there, my friend. That's like on some drugs, and I need some mental help and a doctor and some medication. so sorry you have to deal with that. Yeah. Lucky nobody in my family, as far as I know, shoots each other. Do they still try to kill each other? Possibly, yes. Yeah, there's some like accusations. Some people have died. There have been some accusations.
JBanese_ said, "Bruh, I tried to convince them to move somewhere else, but they keep having excuses, but I still come around and support them. I just keep my firearm on me, loudly crying face."
Bro, that's fucking insane.
JBanese_
You got guts of steel.
said, "My siblings don't shoot at each other, it's just the people in that apartment complex."
Oh, okay. That's still so fucked up. Like, that's so traumatizing. No one should have to deal with that. I would literally be calling the cops the entire time. Be on the phone. Be like, I'm not getting off this phone until someone takes their fucking guns away. They clearly cannot be responsible. Like, it's one thing if you're going to a gun range and, like, you're upset emotionally, right? And, like, people can tell, like, a little scary, but you're in the right spot. Now, if you're doing that in an apartment where, like, you could literally shoot through the fucking wall and kill someone's child, like, that's... that's not okay. See, this is what happens. That's what I'm saying. Can I do this? There's only one more left. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The last melon.
JBanese_
3 hours
said,
later.
"The police are over there almost every time I'm there. I've even been stopped by them. I just look at them crazy like, bro, I just got here, go do your job and stop this madness."
Jesus, that's the worst. Is like when cops, you're just like, man, like, there's so many better things you could be doing than talking to me. Like, I'm not even a problem. And, like, you get it because they're like, I know literally everyone says that to you. Like, everyone's like, I'm not even doing anything wrong. But you're like, but seriously, like, I'm not even doing anything wrong. Okay, this one has a lot of texture on it too, so this one's promising.
JBanese_ said, "They don't stop me anymore though, lol. They saw the disabled veteran car plate once and we chatted for a bit. Now I just walk through, no issue." JBanese_
Just gotta make the right friends.
said, "Seriously, like, bro, I'm just bringing my little sister McDonald's."
You got McDonald's money? I hate McDonald's in America. They rip us off so hard here.
JBanese_ said, "Hell yeah, and I my baby sister using it too."
I love that for you guys.
JBanese_
That's how I was when I was growing up too.
said, "I can't eat McDonald's here ever since I had it in Europe."
Dude, we had it in Japan. It was so much better. I was like, no. How is it that, like, and it was so much cheaper. It was like half the price for twice the amount of food. It was so salty. when we got it. I was just like, yeah, it's fine. But in the end, it's not Japan's.
JBanese _ said, I remember I got German McDonald's for the first time and realized it's actual meat, not some artificial moose meat they're serving over here.
Right? By the way, France's, especially in Paris, McDonald's, exactly the same as America's, so don't even try. Unless you go to like a specialty spot, but I've tried just a random spot and it was exactly the same. Somehow the chicken nuggets were cold too.
JBanese _ said, L France loudly crying face.
Yeah. But I bet German McDonald's would be fucking bomb as hell. I bet their hamburgers and I bet they have brats and shit too, huh?
JBanese _ said, Scottish McDonald's was amazing. I miss those deep fried cheese wheels.
Deep fried cheese wheels? That sounds so nice. I want deep fried food. Because I want deep fried food and chocolate. Oh my gosh, yeah. Fried chicken. Fried chicken sounds so good. Mashed potatoes.
JBanese _ said, Bruh, the German McDonald's breakfast menu was amazing. I would wake up early just to go.
What was on it? Because in the US they just have like the breakfast sausage with the pancakes, and I think that's pretty good, honestly. I like their like pancake, breakfast sausage, egg, breakfast sandwich thing.
JBanese _ said, Yes, fried cheese wheels and breaded with flaky bread crumbs.
Ooh. That sounds amazing. Okay, I did it. They're all painted. Oh, that should have been in yesterday, but now it's done. They still look a little wet. Not too bad though. Flaky bread crunch sounds so fucking good. I want crispy, so like when you grab it, it like crunches, and you bite it, it crunches, and crunching every time you move it. That sounds so good.
JBanese _ said, The breakfast wraps were like literal thick burritos and filled with either bacon, sausage, and had a bunch of veggies, and I'd add potatoes in it. OMG, I miss it.
Breakfast
Stream
wraps? That's like
said,
an intense breakfast
Hey friends,
burrito.
Mobile phone with
They
arrows, stay
like
connected
the
with me across all platforms. Follow me on
They put
YouTube,
cheese in it.
TikTok,
I feel
and
like
more
you
for
need
updates,
cheese, especially
behind
if you're
the
gonna
scenes,
put
and extra
potatoes.
content.
Cheese is
Let's
always
keep the
necessary,
convo
but maybe
going.
that's because I'm
Link
an American and like I feel like cheese goes on everything, especially with potatoes.
www.slowcode.com/page/Leah Deering.
Okay. I can do this.
JBanese _ said, I used to get this sandwich called a Big Morning Farmer, and it was like a sausage patty, egg, cheese on like a seasoned brioche bun with lettuce and tomatoes. JBanese _ said, Yes, the cheese.
A sandwich. Big Morning Farmer. Oh, so it's like the more intense version of like their you know what I'm talking about, where they use that pancakes, or maybe they still do. They do pancakes and they do egg, and they could do sausage, and they do bacon.
JBNese
and
underscore.
Cheese, and then we do the
Said,
other pancake, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, no matter what you do, I feel like you need to do cheese. Now I'm hungry. You made me hungry. Now I'm thinking about food. I really haven't eaten much today because I've been in pain. So me being hungry right now is a good sign. It's a good team, but I think that means that I gotta get up because if I'm hungry, then I gotta go make the food or I gotta do something. I think I might have chicken nuggets. I do like chicken nuggets, but I don't have any potatoes, so I don't know what I'm gonna eat with it. But also, pasta sounds good. I do like pasta. Could do pasta.
JBNese underscore. Said, Nuggies are life.
Nuggies are life. Ugh. I can eat like 20 of them if I have like a good cold drink with me. I can definitely eat like 20 chicken nuggets, but that's like no french fries or anything else. Like I just eat the chicken nuggets.
JBNese underscore. Said, Dino Nuggies are the best.
Dino Nuggies are definitely the best chicken nuggets out of all of them, and I've tried a lot of different types of chicken nuggets. So outside of them like having like all the cleanest ones, like I think just like crunch wise and like flavor wise they're better. They do get like a little bit more crumbly. Like when you hold them, like I feel like you have more crumbles on your fingers, but I don't feel like they're oily. Like you do, like some chicken nuggets are like really oily, and when you bite them, they're like all soggy on the inside because of how much oil and stuff these are. These are still moist. Chicken, no, the dino nuggies are still moist, but they're not like oily. If I have to reach that far, I don't want to have to do it again, so I'm really getting it. And I gotta take this edge. Okay, yeah, it's dinner time. I'm gonna go make dinner. And the next time you guys see me, which might be tonight,
Stream
if it
elements.
is, we'll be painting the
Said,
back of these.
Party Popper, join our awesome community on Discord for more fun, updates,
But if
and
not,
exclusive
then I'll see you
content.
guys tomorrow.
Click the link and let's keep the good vibes going even after the stream.
Maybe I'll have
Sparkles
already
link
painted them, maybe not, I'm not real sure.
discord.gg
I'll probably decide after dinner on what I'm doing, how I'm
/GFTBNR358P.
doing it, based on how I'm feeling and stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get going then, and I'll see you guys whenever I come back. If you find me on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon down below, so that way you know when these videos happen. I promise you,
Said,
they're random as fuck. JB.
JBNese underscore.
You too, JBeans. I'll talk to you soon,
Have a
okay?
nice night.
And leave a comment. What's your favorite color? Brown.
JBNese underscore.
I want like the numbers and the
Said,
letters where it's like 2BA4 whatever. Yeah, comment down. Bye.